Introducing Limestone, your all-in-one solution for community management. Limestone, the ultimate software designed for community managers and residents, brings together a comprehensive suite of solutions: community portal, resident app, and security app. With features to streamline and enhance your community living experience, Limestone helps with guest management, emergency response, dues management, community communication, financial management, utility payments, and many more. Think of everything in your apartment and estate right on your palm. Let's explore the key features that make Limestone the go-to app for you. Property listing and joining. The Limestone app allows landlords add properties to an estate and makes it easy for tenants to join apartment on the app. Access. The Access feature in Limestone facilitates streamlined access control within properties and communities. It allows for the efficient management of visitors entering the premises. Panic Alert. Rest easy knowing that help is just a tap away. With Limestone's Panic Alert feature, you can quickly notify community managers or emergency services in case of any urgent situations, ensuring prompt assistance when you need it most. Financials. Take control of your finances effortlessly with Limestone's integrated financial management tool that helps you add funds, withdraw, and pay bills from your Limestone wallet. Electricity. Stay informed about your electricity consumption and billing with Limestone's electricity feature. Easily monitor your usage, receive notifications about upcoming bills, and make payments directly through the app, all in one convenient place. Notification. Stay informed about important events, announcements, and updates with Limestone's notification feature. Receive real-time alerts straight to your device, ensuring you never miss out on any important information. Account page. Manage your account details and preferences effortlessly with Limestone's intuitive account page. Add occupants to your apartment and customize your Limestone experience to suit your needs. Complaint management. Report maintenance issues and other concerns with ease using Limestone's complaint management feature. Track the status of your complaints in real time and receive updates as they are resolved by the community manager. We empower community managers with the tools they need to efficiently oversee and administer their estates and gated communities with Limestone's dedicated community portal. From managing addresses to handling complaints, Limestone provides a centralized platform for effective community management. Community overview. Gain a comprehensive overview of your community's demographics, resources, and activities with Limestone's Community Overview feature. Stay informed about key metrics and trends to better serve your residents. Dashboard. Access real-time data and insights about your community's performance and engagement through Limestone's intuitive dashboard. Monitor KPIs, track progress, and make data-driven decisions to enhance community satisfaction. Addresses. Manage resident addresses and unit details effortlessly with Limestone's address management feature. Keep accurate records and ensure seamless communication and coordination with residents. Groups. Facilitate communication and collaboration among residents with Limestone's Groups features. Create interest-based groups, organize events, and foster meaningful connections within your community. Wallet. Manage community finances and transactions efficiently with Limestone's Wallet feature. Track incoming and outgoing funds, reconcile accounts, and generate financial reports seamlessly within the app. Dues. Streamline dues creation and collection with Limestone's Dues feature. Track payment status and generate reports to ensure timely and accurate dues collection from residents. Complaints. Efficiently manage resident complaints and inquiries with Limestone's complaint management feature. Track tickets, assign tasks, and communicate with residents to resolve issues promptly and effectively. Broadcasts. Disseminate important announcements and updates to residents quickly and effectively with Limestone's broadcast feature. Reach your entire community with just a few clicks, ensuring everyone stays informed and engaged. Settings. Customize Limestone to suit your community's unique needs and preferences with the App Settings feature. Adjust notification preferences, configure access permissions, and tailor the app to align with your community's requirements. This is our lightweight application that empowers security personnel to efficiently manage the check-in and check-out of guests and residents within an estate. Engineered for simplicity and effectiveness, the app delivers a seamless user experience that is usable by anyone. Limestone, redefining community living. Experience the future of community living with Limestone. Whether you're a resident looking for convenience and connectivity or a community manager seeking efficient tools for administration and engagement, Limestone has everything you need to thrive. Join the Limestone community today and elevate your living experience to new heights.
Nigeria, a nation bursting with life, diversity, and dreams. We come from different backgrounds, live in different corners of this land, but share one common desire: a place where we can truly feel safe and comfortable. But the reality of property management in Nigeria can often feel like a burden. Security concerns, maintenance headaches, and endless paperwork can steal the joy of living in the place we call home. We've all felt the weight of responsibility, the constant worry that something might go wrong. In the midst of all this, can you, for 1 second, imagine the peace of mind that could come with living in a community that runs smoothly? A community where residents don't constantly need to look behind their shoulders. At Limestone, we believe technology can be a bridge, a tool that empowers Nigerians, bringing safety to their doorstep, a tool that simplifies every aspect of community management. Do you know, there is a peace of mind that comes with an assurance of safety, the convenience of effortless bill payment, and the joy of living in a well-maintained community. Limestone isn't just about technology. It's about unlocking the potential within our communities. We believe a well-managed community fosters a sense of connection, allowing residents to focus on what truly matters: family, friends, and the joy of living.
In every heartbeat of our nation, in the silent wishes of our children, and the silent hope of our families, lies the essence of our journey at Limestone. This journey is not merely about building secure walls around us. It's about breaking down barriers that stand between us and our dreams of a safer, more connected existence. Imagine a Nigeria where every child can play freely under the sun, where families gather not in worry but in laughter, and where communities thrive in trust and mutual support. This is the future we're building at Limestone. A future where technology serves not as a cold interface, but a warm bridge connecting hearts, safeguarding dreams, and elevating our human experience. But this future is not a distant dream. It's a reality we're crafting together. With every stone laid, every code written, every community embraced, I invite you with open arms and unwavering spirit. Join us in this journey. A journey where every Nigerian can stand tall, not just in home built with bricks, but in communities woven with care, dignity, and a profound sense of belonging. Together, let's not just construct buildings, but shape the foundation of a nation where everybody can truly feel peace of mind everywhere they go. Join us at Limestone and let's illuminate the path to a more secure future for everyone.
Hello.
We run the video again.
Introducing Limestone, your all-in-one solution for community management. Limestone, the ultimate software designed for community managers and residents, brings together a comprehensive suite of solutions: community portal, resident app, and security app. With features to streamline and enhance your community living experience, Limestone helps with guest management, emergency response, dues management, community communication, financial management, utility payments, and many more. Think of everything in your apartment and estate right on your palm. Let's explore the key features that make Limestone the go-to app for you. Property listing and joining. The Limestone app allows landlords add properties to an estate and makes it easy for tenants to join apartment on the app. Access. The access feature in Limestone facilitates streamlined access control within properties and communities. It allows for the efficient management of visitors entering the premises. Panic alert. Rest easy knowing that help is just a tap away. With Limestone's Panic Alert feature, you can quickly notify community managers or emergency services in case of any urgent situations, ensuring prompt assistance when you need it most. Financials. Take control of your finances effortlessly with Limestone's integrated financial management tool that helps you add funds, withdraw, and pay bills from your Limestone wallet. Electricity. Stay informed about your electricity consumption and billing with Limestone's electricity feature. Easily monitor your usage, receive notifications about upcoming bills, and make payments directly through the app, all in one convenient place. Notification. Stay informed about important events, announcements, and updates with Limestone's notification feature. Receive real-time alerts straight to your device, ensuring you never miss out on any important information. Account page. Manage your account details and preferences effortlessly with Limestone's intuitive account page. Add occupants to your apartment and customize your Limestone experience to suit your needs. Complaint management. Report maintenance issues and other concerns with ease using Limestone's complaint management feature. Track the status of your complaints in real time and receive updates as they are resolved by the community manager. We empower community managers with the tools they need to efficiently oversee and administer their estates and gated communities with Limestone's dedicated community portal. From managing addresses to handling complaints, Limestone provides a centralized platform for effective community management. Community overview. Gain a comprehensive overview of your community's demographics, resources, and activities with Limestone's Community Overview feature. Stay informed about key metrics and trends to better serve your residents. Dashboard. Access real-time data and insights about your community's performance and engagement through Limestone's intuitive dashboard. Monitor KPIs, track progress, and make data-driven decisions to enhance community satisfaction. Addresses. Manage resident addresses and unit details effortlessly with Limestone's address management feature. Keep accurate records and ensure seamless communication and coordination with residents. Groups. Facilitate communication and collaboration among residents with Limestone's Groups features. Create interest-based groups, organize events, and foster meaningful connections within your community. Wallet. Manage community finances and transactions efficiently with Limestone's Wallet feature. Track incoming and outgoing funds, reconcile accounts, and generate financial reports seamlessly within the app. Dues. Streamline dues creation and collection with Limestone's Dues feature. Track payment status and generate reports to ensure timely and accurate dues collection from residents. Complaints. Efficiently manage resident complaints and inquiries with Limestone's complaint management feature. Track tickets, assign tasks, and communicate with residents to resolve issues promptly and effectively. Broadcasts. Disseminate important announcements and updates to residents quickly and effectively with Limestone's broadcast feature. Reach your entire community with just a few clicks, ensuring everyone stays informed and engaged. Settings. Customize Limestone to suit your community's unique needs and preferences with the App Settings feature. Adjust notification preferences, configure access permissions, and tailor the app to align with your community's requirements. This is our lightweight application that empowers security personnel to efficiently manage the check-in and check-out of guests and residents within an estate. Engineered for simplicity and effectiveness, the app delivers a seamless user experience that is usable by anyone. Limestone, redefining community living. Experience the future of community living with Limestone. Whether you're a resident looking for convenience and connectivity or a community manager seeking efficient tools for administration and engagement, Limestone has everything you need to thrive. Join the Limestone community today and elevate your living experience to new heights.
Nigeria, a nation bursting with life, diversity, and dreams. We come from different backgrounds, live in different corners of this land, but share one common desire: a place where we can truly feel safe and comfortable. But the reality of property management in Nigeria can often feel like a burden. Security concerns, maintenance headaches, and endless paperwork can steal the joy of living in the place we call home. We've all felt the weight of responsibility, the constant worry that something might go wrong. In the midst of all this, can you, for 1 second, imagine the peace of mind that could come with living in a community that runs smoothly? A community where residents don't constantly need to look behind their shoulders. At Limestone, we believe technology can be a bridge, a tool that empowers Nigerians, bringing safety to their doorstep, a tool that simplifies every aspect of community management. Do you know, there is a peace of mind that comes with an assurance of safety, the convenience of effortless bill payment, and the joy of living in a well-maintained community? Limestone isn't just about technology. It's about unlocking the potential within our communities. We believe a well-managed community fosters a sense of connection, allowing residents to focus on what truly matters: family, friends, and the joy of living.
In every heartbeat of our nation, in the silent wishes of our children, and the silent hope of our families, lies the essence of our journey at Limestone. This journey is not merely about building secure walls around us. It's about breaking down barriers that stand between us and our dreams of a safer, more connected existence. Imagine a Nigeria where every child can play freely under the sun, where families gather not in worry but in laughter, and where communities thrive in trust and mutual support. This is the future we're building at Limestone. A future where technology serves not as a cold interface, but a warm bridge connecting hearts, safeguarding dreams, and elevating our human experience. But this future is not a distant dream. It's a reality we're crafting together. With every stone laid, every code written, every community embraced, I invite you with open arms and unwavering spirit. Join us in this journey. A journey where every Nigerian can stand tall, not just in homes built with bricks, but in communities woven with care, dignity, and a profound sense of belonging. Together, let's not just construct buildings, but shape the foundation of a nation where everybody can truly feel peace of mind everywhere they go. Join us at Limestone and let's illuminate the path to a more secure future for everyone.
Hello, good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you. So we are here. My name is Amaka. I'm going to be your host for today's webinar. The topic of today's webinar is peace of mind, 100% guaranteed. And what I'm going to guarantee you is that spending your time with us today is going to be worth every single time you spent. So I'm just going to quickly try to obviously acknowledge our special guest of honor. So for everyone that have joined us, Joshua, I see you. So if you can drop where you joined from, I can see Joshua Ajawo, I can see Benjamin Usman, and I can see Mendro Properties. That's from Port Harcourt. Then I can see Zeno too. I can see Goodness. I see all of you. Welcome to our today's webinar. Like I said, I'm going to be your host for today. So, what are the expectations? The question you ask yourself: Have been receiving calls? I've been receiving messages. What is this all about? Now, I'm going to tell you what this is all about for you to be very sure and certain that you're in the right place. One. So if you are that real estate owner who has been struggling to try to keep everything together, like we are very sure that paperwork can be exhausting and tiring. We're also very sure that sometimes operations is very difficult and you've been struggling to try to deal with it. And after the whole struggle, you're still trying to deal with how to get your money from your residents. Now I'm telling you that here is a solution for you, how to make sure that that is fixed and you can go away on a vacation and your money would be coming into your account. That's the one set of people that this is for. Now, if you're a facility manager that is also managing a couple of facilities, that's a very good thing. But the question is, how do you see everything at the same time? So, are you going to be jumping from estate A to estate B at different points in time? When you keep doing that, after a while, you're going to be exhausted. So you are in the right place. Limestone is going to tell you how to just sit down and on just a dashboard you see everything that is happening and you're still able to collect those facility management money because I know some estates are owing you currently because you are not being able to collect their fees for them. But Limestone is going to show you how to do that so that your money will be 100% at every point in time. Now, the third segment are people like you and I who are doing the regular 8 to 5 job, 9 to 5 job, and we are trying to make ends meet. Obviously, for obvious reasons, the economy has not been nice and the rest of it. Now, Limestone is offering you a solution for just to recommend one estate to us, and you are going to be paid for life. When I say paid for life, sit down and find out how you're going to be paid for life. Now, you are in the right place. And I'm going to assure you of one thing. As long as you are sitting down here today for this webinar, all you need to do is keep a message, keep dropping the message. When you get to a point where you are like, okay, I'm 100% convinced I'm going to go with these people, all you need to do is drop a message interested. My team is going to reach out to you. And good news, you'll get 15%, 5% discount today as we speak on the call. You will get that discount. So thank you once again. So I'm going to be introducing every member of our speakers. They are seasoned professionals. When I say seasoned professionals, by the time I start introducing them, you know that they are not here for play. So we are going to first of all, obviously, what I'm trying to do is to welcome you, each and every one of you, to our live webinar. Then the next one is I'm going to be calling on Dr. Shehu. Dr. Shehu is the first speaker for today from Facman's Services. Then the second speaker is going to be Mr. Temitope, who is the product manager for Limestone. Then our third speaker is going to be Barrister Olubukola Opelusi, who is from Landmark. Then our fourth speaker is going to be Miss Mabel Itepu from Limestone. Now our final speaker is going to be Mr. Ademola Oyerinde from Protect Systems Limited. Then we are going to have a panel session and closing remarks. I assure you, this is not going to be a waste of your time. So without wasting any further time, I'm going to call up Dr. Shehu Olaoye. Like I mentioned, we have seasoned professionals with us today. So, brief introduction. Dr. Shehu Olaoye is a seasoned real estate professional with nearly 2 decades of experience. He specializes in asset valuation, portfolio management, and sustainable facility management. His dedication to continuous learning, exemplified by his recent honorarium doctorate and ongoing MBA pursuits, positions him as a thought leader in the field. Dr. Olaoye's active membership in numerous professional associations further solidifies his commitment to advancing the real estate industry in Nigeria. Now, let's welcome Dr. Sheun Olaoye to come and talk to us about leveraging modern technologies for efficient and effectiveness in facility management. Welcome, Dr.
Yeah,
Sheun.
yeah.
Well,
Good afternoon, good morning, and good day everywhere we are in the world.
thank you very much, Dr. Sheun, for
Yes,
joining us today.
you're
We are
welcome.
very grateful to have you in our midst, for you to
You're
come and
welcome.
share from your wealth of experience in facility management.
Yes,
Welcome,
absolutely.
Dr. Sheun.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, shall we begin
Do we
immediately?
have Dr. Sheun on the call?
Yes. Okay. Thank you for coming up. Yeah, like I would say that maybe we are sorry. We apologize for quite a bit of delay in starting on time, and then we'll be able to work around it to be able to check our time and then round up on time as well. So yeah, like what the CEO said, when you have a community, the best is to have a safe community where people come together, where the children, where your offsprings can move around without any fear of insecurities, and they can easily move from one place to the other. So with that in mind, I will just be talking to us about how we can explore basic challenges that we face in managing gated communities. So, when you talk about gated communities, it's actually a residential community or a mini estate, as to say, that where we come together to, I can say that, it's most times is actually classified as where high level, high income earners come together to have a compound or a particular environment dedicated to themselves. That's okay. These are the places we want to live together, so that at least we enhance their network, networking, and then whatever things they want to do, bonding. So, like coming together, we have the likes of Banana Island as an example. We have Lekki Gardens. Even we have one of the speakers that will be talking about, Barrister Bukola, one of their estates. We have so many of them in Lagos these days, where you come together to form a bond, where you come together to create a community for yourself. And in that community, we have certain amenities that governs them. We have rules that governs them. They have amenities, services that they provide for themselves, like having a garden, like having a pool, having a communal, a common amenities, which is actually like water supply, having to manage their own electricity, providing electricity supply for themselves. So these are the key things that makes a community, a gated community. We have a focused design recreations for themselves. The key factor is what is called, they and now have a restricted access. If you're not living in that estate, you can't just come in and say, okay, I want to come and have a good time there. You have to be a resident. If you're not a resident, definitely you have to be a visitor. And if you're not a visitor, definitely, of course, you have to be a security guard that have to check you or let you out of the estate even before you get in it anyway. So these are the things that we call, that has to do with that talks about what gated community is. Next slide, please. So the next slide will talk about facilities management. So when you see facilities management, when you talk about this facility management, actually is actually something that comes with the community, because once you have a community, you use the facilities management to manage the property, or to manage that particular facility or community. Like having a residence here, a resident association coming together, that now that we have a community for ourselves, we now have to create a rules. We now have to create what do you call? We now have to create a committee that will be able to manage the whole situation, the activities from entrance, from the gates, security, from access to to the environmental issues, to when you talk about lighting issue, you talk about ensuring that all authorities are in compliance with basic rules that you have set together. So that's actually what we call facilities management. So it talks about the organizational function which integrates people, place, and process within the built environment purpose of improving the quality of life of people and productivity of the core businesses. So you can say facility management cut across more than a gated community. It cut across to the extent of other services that if you can see the slide clearly, it's talking about the cleaning services, support services, property services, catering services, and security services. Facility management is actually very broad, and it's the key element for it is it's people, place, process, and technology. So when you talk about people, people are the people you manage. Place is actually the community. Is actually the community. The process is actually where you get to use the basic process to manage to manage what do you call it, sorry for that, to manage the community, to manage the process. Rather, let me just go back to my thought. So when you talk about process is how you manage the place with the people, how you manage the people, how you manage the process using technology. So the next thing is basic challenges we face in managing these things. When you have securities, you have cleaning materials, you have other trying to solve issues of complaints, in terms of operation and maintenance. That comes with getting resident to their complaints, getting to solve their problem. So when you talk about security concerns, you look at their life. Key challenges, let me just go to that. They say key challenges in managing gated estate communities. The first one is security concerns. You have to be able to get a security. When you have a security, most times, using the old method, you have to get a certain, basic logbook to be able to get them to come to your apartment or to get to the estate. Maintenance upkeep, you quite all right have issues with that. Communication issues. Sometimes, when you want to manage communication in terms of people, in terms of complaints, you have to be able to get through that stage. Financial management as well, and legal compliance and compliance issues. So the third one, what are the traditional ways, that we used to manage the traditional method? Yeah. So first one is manual access control. When is manual access control? Using manual access control is actually in terms of manual access control key register. Yeah, you have to use logbook. You have to use logbook. You have to use a manual approach, in terms of getting your security guards to ask basic questions for anyone to come in before they come into the estate. That's sometimes you call it like a paper based. So paper based maintenance requests as well. We have residents complain via suggestion box. You complain that, okay, this thing is not working well. How do you manage it? How do you ensure you solve this problem? How do you ensure you create a better approach in managing issues? So basically, manual method most times doesn't work. It actually take a quite number of time to respond to issues. Takes number of time to easily manage those errors, and it's calls for certain level of errors, because by the time you push for, you push for service charge payment, but you might even experience delay, and you might even experience, having error, invoicing error, invoicing, and having ability to track appropriately. So file document on work order management, repair work manual tracking. If you look at that as well, you look at it from the perspective of repair and maintenance. So, for example, I have a resident that called me that I need to do a repairs, and I couldn't even get to see that repairs. I mean, I couldn't even get to hear them talk about the issues on time. So, the next slide, how modern tech can address the challenges in order to be able to solve the problem. First one is having used to use smart security solutions, biometrics, and IoT cameras, facility management solutions, softwares, app application for login requests, like using computer aided facility management, that's CFAM, and then CMMS, that's computer management system, BIMS, that's building information management system. Another one is integrated communication tools, that's using chatbot to solve the problem of of responding to of services that you render. So the digital financial management, that's auto payment, automated payment. Yeah, in conclusion to this traditional method, is actually using manual financial tracking services. For example, let me just take it slowly. Yeah, so manual financial tracking. For example, you your resident make a payment and you have not been able to track it. These days that you use WhatsApp to confirm payment, you send payment receipt to you, and you have not been able to do that. Take note of that, even using your Excel. The next thing is, no, I made payment, and your WhatsApp has been wiped off. You say, no, I made payment. You can't even find any record of it. I said, no, the payment was so. You have to go through the bank, you have to go through the stress. So, in order to save yourself through all those stress, you have to be able to use, take away that error using, this certain new method. So, the filing document on work order, that can be a very big issue. For example, one of my sites is sometimes ago, we have completed, a work order in first quarter, and then the next thing they have to call us again that so thing is happening, so apartment regarding the same so particular unit, and they will have to go through and they say, we have fixed this thing so time, and said, no, you haven't. Keeps giving us back and forth issues. So sometimes it even leads to run down. Part of maintenance processes. We have preventive, we have predictive maintenance. So sometimes even you find it a bit difficult to even plan, appropriately when it comes to using manual method or traditional method. So, but now trying to use this new modern technology, you have to see the difference. The first thing is it increases the degree of responsiveness. It improves the security through automated access control. There's no need for you to bother yourself. For example, you have a security at the gate and you need to get to your resident. It's just a click on the phone or an app. Just ensure that, from the resident to the security and even to the admin, which is actually the management company. Say, okay, so person is coming. There's no need for sending so person manually to the apartment. It aids faster response to maintenance issues, enhance communication and resident satisfaction. So it reduces a lot of error in financial management, like I mentioned, easy tracking of repair works and efficiency. So, for example, there won't be need for you to bother yourself about, okay, these things are not working, this things is working better, this thing is not, or we have not done this, we have to do this better, and increases the quality of services delivery on real-time basis, high degree of responsiveness, like I've said. So these are the things. The key benefit of these things is It includes security maintenance, communication and financial management in such a way that effectiveness comes in when it comes to security maintenance. The communication is clear and financial management is superb. Modern technology offers solutions for efficiency, like I said, security and improved management. In any way, you have this, you won't bother yourself with quite a number of people moving up and down that okay, this thing is not working. You just take your phone by once you have adequate network, you just even I think it's offline as well, using Limestone as a case study. You don't have to bother yourself. You just use your, once you log in, you keep enjoying the services, and it reduces the stress as a manager or as a company that is actually managing, quite a number of portfolios. And my estate manager should embrace this technology because it reduces stress. It makes you to focus on other things as well as a manager. So I think these are the basic benefit that we usually get from using the modern technology. So these things recently shows me that you've been on the traditional path before, now going gradually to a technology based services that actually we're rendering lately. I have seen the differences, and we're trying to bridge that gap. And thank you to Limestone helping us in reaching this a great milestone. So thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sheung. Thank you very, very much. So while Dr. Sheung was talking, we still had amazing who join us, and there are various questions that we have been able to gather. So don't forget to keep dropping your question. I told you that we have seasoned professionals who are going to talk to us, and if you listen to Dr. Sheung closely and clearly, he was explaining exactly the issues and the pain of doing things the normal traditional way. So I'm going to bring in the next speaker. The next speaker is a very interesting person. So when you hear of limestone, what is limestone? What are they talking about? One funny thing happened that someone walked to the office and like, I want to literally buy limestone. So my next speaker is going to be telling you exactly what is limestone. So all your you have in your mind, what is limestone? What is limestone? My next speaker is going to answer that question. And my next speaker is no other person than the product manager for limestone technology services. Now, the next speaker is Temi Tokwe, a very interesting person, very interesting and very smart guy. He's the product manager with nearly 5 years experience across EdTech, AR, VR, and prop tech spaces. He's passionate about AI democratization, extended reality, and human machine symbiosis. With background in urban planning and personally built community management solutions at Limestone. Now, outside work, like when you finish seeing, you see how serious his face is. But outside the work, he loves British parliamentary debates, interesting space colonization, and pounded yam. Yeah, so I'm sure that he ate 8 pounded yam today because he needs to talk to people about his latest babe. So, Temi Tokwe, welcome. And Temi Tokwe is going to be speaking to us on introducing limestone. So, just like the last speaker said, he said limestone have already solved most of those problems, if not all those problems he mentioned. So, Temi Tokwe is going to be telling us about that solution of the problem, ultimate facility manager solution. Thank you very much, Temi Tokwe.
Thank you so much, Maka. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for our listeners and everyone watching us at this point in time. We really appreciate you for taking out time to be at this webinar. I also want to appreciate Dr. Sheung for extensively talking about some of the challenges facility managers face. I learned a lot from that presentation, particularly how he explained the parallel between the traditional management approach and also how facility managers can incorporate technology into what they do to essentially like ease things off. So Today I'll be talking about how Limestone is the ultimate facility management solution you can find out there. So, why exactly are we here? Why exactly are we here? So, as of today, property management, estate management, facility management, community management, whatsoever name you call it, is very, very chaotic, very, very problematic. And there are a couple of reasons why this is so. But importantly, we have to understand that beyond the glitz and the glamours of a very beautiful property that you might have in a very beautiful estate, if you do not feel safe in that property, then there is a problem. And that need for safety, that need for peace of mind is exactly why limestone is here. So these are some of the problems facility managers face as of today. Issues around collecting bills. You know how important bills collection is. Without if an efficient way to get all of these bills collection, it becomes very difficult for the estate to even like make significant progress. So there are security concerns, there are limited access to like real-time data that can help the facility manager make informed decisions. There are a couple of other problems. Whether you're a resident or you're a facility manager, you can drop some of your comments, some of the problems you face in the comment section. We see how there are numerous problems out there that residents of gated communities face, as well as like their facility managers. So this young guy here inside this wheelbarrow, you can see how that wheelbarrow is really spoiling his teeth. This young man here is a typical property manager without limestone. So every of his process is manual. So you see how like manual record keeping is a problem. Imagine you have hundred, you have thousands of residents, and you have to like keep these records on paper or somewhere in your head. This is largely problematic. You cannot keep it for long. It's difficult to sort, and a couple of other things attached to it. Imagine your estate, there is traditional access control where you essentially have to make calls every point in time. So this cost that goes into the airtime spent and a couple of other things attached is problematic on the first level. But beyond that, we even think the idea that this is not controlled is even more problematic, meaning that every single person that enters the estate is might be a threat to the security and
Very, very much, Temi. Thank you very much. The last thing I heard him say, or some of the things I picked from him, I can't say the last thing I heard him say. One of it is that he showed a young man inside the wheelbarrow, saying that people that still do this traditional way, that is what it looks like, because they are not able to do things quickly and they are not able to get results very quickly. That's one. Then the next thing he now talked about, that I picked from what he said, is how Limestone is able to make sure that as a facility manager, you get every single money that you put up as dues on your system. That is one of the major problems that Limestone solution is solving for them at this point. Thank you very much, Mr. Temitope. I told you that I have interesting speakers, and I am still telling you that the next speaker is going to blow your mind. So I'm going to bring up our next speaker. So our next speaker, if you've been watching the sequence, the first speaker is someone that is still doing things the traditional way with every experience that he's having. The second speaker is someone trying to tell you about the solution or the solution to the problem of the first speaker. Now, our next speaker is nobody but Barrister Olubukola Opelusi. So, Dr. Olubukola Opelusi is, when you say tested and trusted. That's the best way I can introduce her. So she's a distinguished legal expert specializing in commercial dispute resolution. She brings a strategic mindset and a deep understanding of real estate law to the table. Her impressive track record includes handling complex matters and representing clients at the appeal level. As an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries of Nigeria, she is committed to both professional excellence and the advancement of the real estate sector. Now, beyond the courtroom, beyond beyond the black, Barrister enjoys a good game. Now, resident compliance. Just sit tight and let Barrister Bukola blow your mind. Welcome, Barrister Bukola. Don't forget to drop your questions. So I see a question from Pan City PS. That's for Dr. Sheung. We are going to get back to your question. So just keep dropping your questions while we keep moving. We are going to definitely attend to all your questions. Barrister Bukola, thank you very much.
True. I don't know if everybody can hear me. Hello, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning from
Yes, we
wherever
can
you're
hear you,
hearing
Barrister Bukola. We
from.
hear you loud and clear.
Oh, I can hear you now. Okay. Okay, so I'll jump right into the PowerPoint. Thank you, Ms. Amaka. Thank you, Limestone, for these invites to speak on your platform. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about managing a thriving real estate business while maximizing profit and ensuring resident compliance. Like Ms. Amaka must have rightly mentioned, one of the customers for Limestone. We um, we are from Landmark. That's the brand I represent. So we have some of our estates currently on the Limestone app, which we interface with every other day, every minute, every day. In short, I was still interfacing with the app just before while I was in this meeting and just before we joined right now. So moving to the introduction, managing real estate, I put here that can be both easy and difficult, and success is highly dependent on the behavioral pattern of the people involved. Achieving sustainability and excellence requires the right skill set and the real estate management strategies. Now, when I say is highly dependent on the behavioral pattern, I mean that in an estate, right? So you're managing people that are cut across different people. You're managing both engineers, lawyers, people from different background, people with different mindsets. So being able to cut across each and every one of them and get through them. And the most important thing is getting your money out of this client. Like people really don't like paying for things, so you must do what you need to do to ensure that your money come out. My a quick background for me, I started real estate about 12 years ago, though as a legal counsel, focused on selling of land, but the we've transitioned into selling duplexes and smart homes and apartments which has then necessitated the need for collection of estate dues from residents. And the growth of real estate really also of our real estates also necessitated us going into management. So we decided to manage these things ourselves and not outsource it to maybe another company. So basically, we manage a few estates right now with the help of the Limestone app. So like I said, I interface with this app every day with our clients are also interfacing it. To the next slide. Okay. 1 minute. All right. So estate management and due collections. I put here that residents need to see the value of the services being provided before paying for it. Generally, people don't, like I said, people don't like paying for things. But then I'll also say that people like paying for things when they see what the money is being used for. The reason why we will say we'll keep paying our tax is because when we see what the government is using the tax for, then we'll be motivated to pay the tax. I mean, if our roads are all good, the bridges are all working, we'll be able to pay for what we are using. We'll be able to pay for it so that the government will have more funds. So when people see what they are paying for, basically they are more motivated to pay for it. And challenges in due collection, compliance with estate dues is easier with visible benefits, but does not guarantee 100% compliance. There's really nothing that guarantees 100%. I will say that maybe the Limestone app has made me get 100% compliance now. Maybe I'll go to that later. And then the residents are less motivated to pay dues if they don't see the promised services like high level of security. So basically, when you are managing a gated community, security is one of your greatest need, the greatest thing that you must ensure that you do. So when people are saying lapse in security, like, and I'm paying security deals, so why do I have to see this kind of security issues coming up? I put here the measures of ensuring compliance, a good working estate system. Your estate has to be perfect, no, maybe very, maybe close to perfect. Your estate must have visible benefits. You must ensure that people is well managed and people can see the benefits of it's being managed properly. Attaching benefits to due payments. Let's say you say if you pay all your money within the first 3 months of the year, that's January, between January to March, you get a 5% deduction. All of those things, people are motivated by when they get benefits attached to it. Then that's okay. That's under subsidy for early payment. Then also to make sure that the residents are paying for these deals are seeing what they paid for. If residents are paying for water, make sure that there's water coming into their apartment. If residents are paying for electricity, make sure they're getting the electricity as they should. Whatever you need to do, make sure that the residents are actually getting it. Those are really basically what you need to do in managing and ensuring that when things are done properly, then people will be able to pay and ensure they want better, always wanting something better and better every day. In partnering with Limestone, we started partnering with Limestone last year, but I would say I came into active participation this year. So we're partnering with them for one of our other estates, but that was just for entry and exit. And this year we were fully into collection of dues. So basically, how the Limestone partnership has helped is the fact that we're able to collect our dues. What we'll do is to put the dues, all the residents within that estate are onboarded on the Limestone app. Their deals are automatically put into their accounts. By the time that due payment is, let's say the due payment is supposed to be the first of every month or the fourth of every month. If they don't pay it willingly, then the app that they are on will automatically remove it from their wallet and put it into the company's wallet. The next question might be, what about if they don't fund their wallet? Residents need to fund their wallet to be able to get lights. Residents need to fund their wallet to be able to get
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. So, like I mentioned to you, the best way I could introduce Barrister Bukola is tested and trusted. She's just sitting in her office, and her dues are just coming and hitting their bank account without having to get up to go to the estate and either knock on anybody's door or try to disconnect people's life, because the traditional way that most people do is either you go and knock on the doors of the residents or you block the road maybe by 6 a.m. and people are not able to go, and unnecessary stress. So you are trying to, so many relationships are being tampered because you have to do certain things to get out your money. But what Barrister Bukola basically does is to just to set it up on the system. So for you to be able to get your basic amenities that the estate is providing for you, you have to pay for those amenities. And for you to we call like complaint features and the rest of it on the application. So even when the resident have a complaint of a maintenance and things like that, so all you need to do is put it up there on the app. So whenever Dr. Bukola, Barrister Bukola is Barrister Bukola today and be able to manage your facility seamlessly from anywhere where you are at any point in time. Now I'm going to bring in another speaker who is, so I got a question from Pan City PS. How do you get resident who is owing for 2 years to pay? We are still yet to get residents on board the limestone. Now, that's a very, very interesting question. Now, the app has been automated in such a way. So all you need to do first of all is there's going to be a link that will be dropped on the chat for you right now for Pan City. So just fill in your details on that link. My team is going to reach out to you and explain exactly how we are solving this problem. Whether the person has been owing you for 10 years or whether the person has been owing you for 15 years, no matter how many years they've been owing you, you are going to get out every piece of that money to the last cent, except you decide to scrap it for the person. That's one thing I'm telling you that Limestone is offering people. At least you can hear that from a user who has tried the system. So a link is going to be there. Just fill in the link with your phone number. A sales person will be and will be able to answer all your questions. Bearing that in mind, I'm now going to invite sales to come and talk to you. Now, the next speaker I'm going to bring up to you is no other person than Mabel Itepu. So, is a very interesting young lady. So, Mabel is going to be speaking to us on comprehensive facility management solution, managing a successful real estate business while ensuring compliance from residents on dues. Now, Mabel is a seasoned sales representative and a driving force behind Limestone sales success. She's passionate about building strong client relationship and delivering exceptional results. Her dedication to understanding market dynamics and studying ahead of industry trends makes her an asset in the ever-evolving world of real estate technology. Beyond her sales prowess, Mabel is a dedicated mentor and a multi-talented individual with a keen eye for fashion, lifestyle, and creative arts. So I'm going to bring in Mabel. So Mabel is going to talk to you about the solution itself. How does it bring in those money that we are talking about? Just like someone asked, how will it bring it in? So Benjamin, we are seeing your question. We are going to attend to all your questions. But let's listen to Mabel. Welcome, Mabel.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I am more of the figure person than the literary part. Of course, we're talking money when you're talking business. The key benefits of limestone is the fact that using limestone, you're going to get 100% dues collection. Appliance of collection of dues from your resident is assured. Amplified revenue collection have issues where facility manager, estate owners, real estate business tycoons are having difficulty to crack the equation of getting this money without getting on the toes or doing it wrongly. And that is why we are here, Limestone team, to make sure that those problems are solved entirely. Another key impact Limestone is solving is strengthening the security within the community, which is the gated space, the estate that you are living in, that you are anticipating to bring us in to use us as a software provider. So security is the most paramount thing that we all know that we should not joke with, and it's very essential. Take outside the beautiful ambience, the beautiful structure of a building. If it's not safe, it's not a home. And that's why our vision is securing homes and ownership everywhere and for everyone in Nigeria. And we are so keen to that statement. I'll make sure we deliver our product in that same statement that we are giving to the public. Apart from that, we are streamlining community management process, deepening understandings of residents. Know your residents. You can't secure the people you don't know. You can't secure them. So for you to know them, you need to get data. And these data, with our software, you get it seamlessly. You don't need to start saying, oh, I've not gotten this data from you. I've not been able to do this and I've not been able to do that. So facility managers that is in this call, we are solving your problem because we know it's not easy to manage people. And also for estate owners, we are here to get your money back. I heard that wonderful question that came from the host, which was saying, okay, they are owing me 2 years ago. How can I get that money? As I'm going on this presentation, you're going to see live and direct how you're going to be getting back your money. Now, the cost of limestone is very affordable. It's very affordable. This is just before. Is 595 naira per month. You heard me correctly. You can't even get that same figure to buy malt or any soda drink right now in Nigeria, the way things are going very high. But we make sure that our company do not just put our products very high for there and it's not affordable for everyone. So this software is very affordable and accessible to everyone and everywhere in Nigeria. So 595 is very affordable. So you should rush to our DM today and get a spot as it the people will say, as they ought, do not snooze on this. Then you buy from us, we have many service that we give to our customers. One of which that is not written out here is that we do not ask you for platform charges or onboarding charges. We have trained personnel who make sure that your residents, both the stakeholders that were handling the software. When I talk about the software, we have three suite of app. The one that the facility manager will be using, the one the security will be using, and the one the residents will be using. So the process of training these people and onboarding these people is free of charge. Sometimes I ask, so where is my MD making the money from? I know the vision to make sure that everyone in Nigeria is safe, and we are using our own product to make sure that our environment and where we are staying is safe, because the product gives a lot of value. We have 24 hours customer support, meaning you don't have to get any form of worry when there is an issue. Ms. Bukola is a testimonial of that experience of seamless management using software. I'm going to take this as a typical example of what we are going through right now as facility manager, estate owners, people in the real estate business who is looking for a good platform to use but still do not know how or which platform to use. Limestone is the go-to. I will always say that every time, every day, because the work is a show. Yeah, driving profitability. One of the way we drive profitability is that we ensure that we collect service charge. So we're going to take an example of a house of 100 units that are paying maybe 10,000 naira for service charge. And for some weird reasons, because of the normal old ways we do run this business, we don't get those service charge. You hear from the who was talking about the old ways and how it's affecting the business when you talk about facility management of an estate. So That is a issue, is a loop that we need to close, and that is why Limestone is here. Also, another problem the real estate face is security issues. You see that you hear that there's a breakout, there was a theft operation, on-site theft during constructions and all of that. Limestone solves those problems and bridge those gap. So using Limestone, we are assuring you 100%, and that is done through our auto restriction. Like I said, time will not permit us to go into details how this is done. So if you want to know more, do not forget to book a demo. Type on the comment section right now, and somebody will take your contact to book a demo for us to show you how this is done. So we have the access control, we have the integration to the meter integration into our system, and there are different platform and different ways that Limestone have set aside, structured, legalized for you to collect your service charge with no stress. You're making money without stressing too much, because Limestone is taking off those stress from your shoulder. So you can see from your screen, right? With Limestone, you are getting your 1 million naira if you are using that sample that I just previously talked about, which is 100 unit of house using 10,000 naira as their service charge. So all you just need to pay for this, like taking that example, is just 59,500 naira. You can't compare. You can't compare what you are paying for what you are getting, because it's going to solve the whole problem. Now, taking the example that one of our attenders just made mention of, if your residents are owing you 2 years ago, what you just need to do is to backspace that service charge. You are backspacing it and give a timeline that these persons will pay this money. Of course, it's an accumulated bill, so they are not going to pay it at once. So you can say in 3 months' time or each month, this is the sum total that I want my resident to pay, so they can roll over those payments. So in our platform, we make sure that we also restrict them if they don't pay the service charge. So you are on your seat, sipping your drink, and all this service charge is coming to your table without having confrontations with your residents or going illegal by locking the gates, because we do those things. Sometimes you go to some estates, they lock the gates without people entering or going out until they pay their service fees. It's quite embarrassing, and people have their ways. People will stay inside their house and won't come out till when you leave the gate. So how long will you be doing that system? Limestone is here to eradicate the old ways and give you an innovative way to manage your estate, and making sure that you get what you deserve. The work that you're working is bringing forth fruits. Now, we're talking about the partners in Limestone. We have awesome people partner with us already, and this webinar is an open gate for more people to join us in this innovative journey. Now, we have partners like the facility managers. Of course, I have numbers of them in this webinar right now, who are already our partners, and most of them wants to be our partners. So you being in this webinar is a perfect shot for you. All you just need to do is to type interested on the comment section, and somebody will take your data and also get through with you. We'll do a proper meeting, and you get to get legalized documentation of being a partner with us. And guess what? When you bring an estate to Limestone platform, which we always give our word that we give you 100% what you're paying for or what the estate is paying for, you get 5% for life. What that simply means is that even when they renew the next year, you get 5% of that. So like I said, Limestone is 595 naira. For a year echo is 7,140 naira. So we are timesing that money times the number of units, number of people staying in that estate. Just imagine you bring an estate worth 1,000 residents in the estate, or 500 users, or there are even more. There are big estates. We have Efficacy, we have FAB, Metropolis. We have a lot in our platform right now. What if you are that lucky person that brought one of those major estates like Landmark into our system? By now, you've been eating the cake. We're sharing the national memory, and we're here to share it with you. Private security companies is also welcome. So if you're a private security company and you're in this call, don't worry, you are in the perfect place. We also guarantee you that 5%. We have independent sales agents. So I'm going to break it down by explaining to those individuals who are not in the real estate business, but they are looking for what to venture into to get money. Limestone is also making sure that you make money from it. So an individual that is here, you're a student, you're done with school, you're an individual that is doing something else, but you know estate that can be in Limestone platform that we're going to transform their management scheme. You are also welcome. We will also get your interest by you typing on the comment section interested, and somebody will get through to you to make sure you get onboarded properly and get the documentation for being our partner. You'll be our independent sales agent. You're making money at your leisure time. Nobody's pressuring you when and how to do it. And Limestone do consultation for free, meaning if you are a you are a facility manager, estate owner who is struggling with any aspect of your management of your estate. We have the BAM in our company, who is business alliance manager, who makes sure that every of our customers are served well, even outside what we are offering, to make sure that we give you partners like facility managers, facility management company, security companies, and waste management companies. Just call them people that will help you make your business boom better. So that is what Limestone is doing today, and making sure that you enjoy the partnership and the relationship that you have with Limestone. So if you're in this call today and you're wondering who is speaking, my name is Itefu Mabel Ofure, and I'm the sales executive, the beautiful face that will make sure that you are correctly served, like I'm just explaining today in this webinar. Thank you for having me again. Once again, I'm handing over to the host, Mr. Maka. Thank you very much for this wonderful time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mabel. So, like I mentioned to you, some people speak English and some people speak figures.
That's true.
And Mabel just spoke figures, and figures don't lie. That's one thing about figures. They don't lie. So just keep bringing in your questions. Goodness, HM, I see that you said you're interested. So a salesperson would definitely reach out to you and make sure that you are properly taken care of. Now, did I hear her say that if I get one estate, I'm going to get 5% for life? That means I have another job right now. So all you need to do is, if you know that estate, or maybe you are living in one estate, and let me tell you a funny story, very very funny story. So I live in an estate, and I'm on the group chat, for instance, and they leave a comment, "Oh, we are going to be having a end of month meeting," and early morning on Friday, last Friday of the month, they block the gate executive for people that have not paid. The question is, how am I going to come out early in the morning? Just as she said, I'll lock up myself in the room or come out 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and I escape paying the dues. So for people like that, how do you solve that problem? Limestone. So I'm going to make sure that you get that solution. So all you need to do is drop interested. I can see interested from Kalu. So Kalu, we are going to reach out to you ASAP. Now, we are talking about peace of mind, 100% guaranteed that that is what Limestone is giving you. I assure you, we are going to give you anything less than that. So I'm going to call up the next speaker, and the next speaker is going to be talking to us about security. So we are talking about so many things. We've been talking about figures. The question is, I need to be alive for me to be calculating the figures that I have. If I'm not alive, how am I going to calculate that? So the next speaker we are bringing up is going to tell you how Limestone is trying to make sure that you stay up and healthy, even when you have money that we are getting through our solution. Now, you know that person that are more doing. So if the one is going to be to us on private estate security and the quest for absolute estate protection. Now, Mr. Ademola Oyurinde is a broad certified security personnel who brings over 2 decades of experience in both government intelligence and corporate society, from serving as a cadet officer in the Department of State Services to leading security operations in major financial institutions like the Nigerian Stock Exchange. His expertise is unparalleled. Now, as the visionary founder of Protect System Limited, Mr. Oyerinde leverages his extensive expertise to deliver cutting-edge security solution. Can you remember what I told you when I started? We have seasoned professionals we are bringing to you free of charge. I'm very sure if you paid any amount of money before you joined the webinar, you can drop how much you paid and your account, and I assure you that you will get back the money. But I'm very sure that you didn't pay any money. So I see Naira Way Realty saying that they are interested. So don't worry, we have someone that would make sure that you are properly taken care of on the comment section. Mr. Demola is going to be speaking to us. He's a very interesting man who has vast experience in security. So, Mr. Demola is going to make sure that while you are counting your money, you are safe. And you don't have to always be looking over your shoulder. Welcome, Mr. Ademola Oyerin.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
Hello.
you, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and you are welcome to this impactful uh, webinar session. So, this afternoon, in a very short time period, we just want to look at challenges that private security and the security of gated estates face. Um, the first thing I would say is that what we use today is what we call manned guarding. And manned guarding is the most popular. And in the traditional sense, it's just saying that a guarding that you do with the deployment of security personnel, human beings, actual physical securities. So you have so many of these companies all around, so many. That's what we have. And in this session, we want to look at what are the common security challenges that they face. The first one we will look at is ineffective communication. I'm sure if you bring three people together and you show them a color red and you tell them what's this color, somebody will tell you it's maroon, somebody will tell you it's brown, somebody is ox blood, things like that. So when it comes to communication amongst human beings, perspective, subjectivity comes into it. So you have the problem of poor communication amongst the guard themselves, even between the guard and the residents. So a resident tells the guard that you have some residents where some estates where at the main entrance they use phone call to call. So please, if Mr. XYZ comes to ask for me, please, I'm not around. Because that person maybe is a bit indisposed. But what do you happen? He comes and then enters. Then the resident approaches the security and like, excuse me, I told you I was not ready to see anybody. Sir, you didn't say that to me. An argument starts. So it's a basic security challenge that gated estates face. Then you also have inadequate response protocols. So response protocols has to do with understanding. The guard even needs to understand it. So he does not understand. The response protocols is inadequate. So I have an example here. For instance, the CCTV person sees somebody coming to the gate to steal, and he calls the guard. And then the guard says, okay, I was trying to wear my boots to go. Before he does that, the person has stolen and bolted away. Also, another thing we will look at is vulnerability to insider threats. This one is very, very common. Look, if I live in a residence estate, I'm a resident in an estate, and I want to bring out an item, stolen item. What I just need to do is I will plan over time. Every time I come, the guards on duty, I'll give them 1,000 naira every day. The day I'm coming out with it, they'll just see me. Sean, sir, well done, sir. They will not even check what I'm carrying. I just pass. So it has caused a lot of issues for gated estates. Examples of unauthorized access. They just see all manners of people gaining access into the place. Yes, resource constraints. A lot of these security man guarding companies, security companies that provide man guarding services are limited by budgets. You know, a guard, you've done your deployment analysis, and they are supposed to deploy, let's say, 25 guards, but because of personnel, budget, and resource constraints, they deploy 15 and things like that. It's a major challenge too. Next slide, please. Okay, this is one thing is very important. How many of these guys have the capacity actually to identify, to detect a kidnapping incident? Are they able to even see the early warning signals that these people that are coming here, we don't understand? Some don't understand. They just think that my job is to open gate and close the gate. Then environmental factors. We have some estates that are in high crime areas. When you look at history, what's the trend in this area? Also major issue again is environmental factors like poor lighting and things like that affects them. Then inadequate training is a big issue for us here in Nigeria. A lot of these security guards are not adequately trained. If you ask them, what were you doing before you became a guard? I was doing Okada, I was doing Marwa, I was selling, and things like that. So because of that, they don't have the capacity. Another issue here, there are challenges that we are seeing today, cybercrime, terrorism, even drugs and things like that. They do not have, and they need to continuously adapt. Yes, challenges in staffing and retention. Retention of security guards is a big issue, big issue. If you look around in the gated estates where you live, this month, by the end of this month, when they are paid salary, come back in 1st of October, you may not see 3 or 4 guards, they've left. The absence of technology. So this brings us to the crux of this our meeting today. What do we do? The truth of the matter is this: today, technology is an enabler for any endeavor that we are into, even security. So I will not go into all those technology aspects that have been said by previous speakers. Today, we have technology for access control, detection, prevention, and things like that. So we need technology, and I believe that Limestone is adequately prepared, configured to provide this technology to give you peace of mind and a safe and secured gated estate. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ademola. Now the question is, so how does Limestone help me stay safe, just as Mr. Demola said. So some of these early signs and some of these things are not being picked up because you never can tell, when I'm going to fall a victim. For instance, you can wake up hale and hearty in your house and you didn't predict that you are going to have the unfortunate guest come to your house, maybe at night, or maybe you are traveling to a different state or a different region, and you unfortunately meet them on the road. So now let me come in and tell you how Limestone solves that problem. So we have a feature called Panic Alert. What is the next thing is, what is panic alert? What is panic alert? Yeah, panic alert. So the panic alert feature would make sure that even when those uncertainties happen that you didn't plan for, you have a backup plan. Do you want to know how to use panic alert? Just drop a comment on I'm interested. Then we are going to explain exactly how that happens. So what it basically means is that at every point in time, we'll be able to track to know exactly where you are. So if anything happens and you activate that particular feature, we'll be able to find you no matter where you are. So just don't forget, drop a comment, interested, and my team will reach out to you for us to explain exactly how some of those solutions work. Now we have a question that says from Chinecherem, I also earn as a student. Okay, can I also earn as a student, just referring estate to use limestone? Chinecherem, the answer is 100% yes. So once you refer an estate to limestone, you don't even have to lift a finger. The sales team takes that from there and ensures that that deal is closed. And once the deal is closed, why not? You earn by that referral. Now, I have another question from Obuma. He said, can this be integrated with an existing access control system? The answer is yes. So we currently partner with a couple of hardware companies that provide some of those access controls like the boom barrier, the pedestrian access, and different distance. So we partner with a couple of them. So even if your devices are not some of those ones we partner with, that integration can still be done. And the sweet thing is, all these integrations are done in Nigeria, made in Nigeria, for those that love made in Nigeria. So we're not going to tell you we are flying it to somewhere or maybe the time zone is a problem. So all we need to do is, I'm interested, then we are going to show you how that would happen. Now, I also have a question, something from Benjamin. I'm interested to work with Limestone Tech, another organization that may need our services. I'm the founder and CEO for Benson Safety Squad Limited, a security guard company. Don't worry, Mr. Benjamin. The business alliance manager will definitely reach out to you. Just fill the form that is on the comment section, and we'll be able to get back to you on everything you need to do. But it's pretty straightforward. It's just pretty simple. Give us an estate, then you get to be paid. Now, we also have a question from Pan City PS. How do you get a resident who is owing for 2 years to pay his dues? We are still yet to get residents on board the Limestone. So once they onboard, you'll be able to do that. But I'm going to bring up the product manager and some other people on the panel session. So the product manager is going to do justice to that question and explain exactly the magic that they did behind the screen that is making that possible. So we are going to switch over. Thank you very much. So we already have Temi Tokbe, who is the product manager for Limestone that likes pounded yam. So, Mr. Temi Tokbe, we have a question that is asking, how will you get back my money that someone has been owing me for 2 years without me having to go and knock on the person's door and without the person escaping early in the morning if they know I'm coming by 6 a.m. or without me having to go and physically disconnect them or any of those practices that is currently what is happening? How can I get that done? Thank you, Temi.
Thank you so much, Amaka, for that wonderful question. So yeah, that's like a major problem in estates today, and Limestone already saw that problem, and we have like a couple of ways we solve that problem. So the very first important thing to understand is that in some instances, there are residents who are essentially just not interested in paying for like any reason known to them, whereas there are other residents who, as much as they want to be, probably the process is very tedious and they easily forget. So what Limestone did was to solve like all of these problems. So one, if you're a resident who is willing to pay, you need a platform that can help you pay very, very seamlessly. Limestone has an inbuilt solution that ensures that this payment can be done. So right on the Limestone app, my Limestone app, which residents can download right now on their App Store and Play Store as well, is just basically being able to click on the dues feature and make payment for their dues. So if they're getting this due, that means the facility manager at some point must have created that due. And every due definitely has a due date, which is something I'm going to explain later. So we expect that as a facility manager, once you are creating a due, you are attaching a due date. What that means is if a due is supposed to be due by today, immediately today rolls over, what it means is it becomes a negative charge on the resident side, meaning that their wallet is going to be negatively charged. What that means is before they can perform other transactions on the solution, they need to pay the dues that are owing the estate. And these are things that we needed to do to ensure that the residents can be reminded as often as possible. And we also facilitate the payment process while we also ensure that the estate does not run into debt here because we understand the need to ensure that residents are able to pay and facility managers are able to get their payment as quickly as possible. So this process ensures that both residents and facility managers are on the same page. Facility managers can generate due and the residents can seamlessly pay for this due right on their phone, anywhere and any time of the day. Thank you so much, Amaka.
Thank you very much, Temitope. Did you hear that? You will be able to make payments from anywhere without any disruption, without necessarily having to do anything at all. All you need to do is set it up from your end, then you are good to go. So I have a question for Dr. Shin. So someone is speaking some facility management terms. So that's obviously not my area of specialty. So Dr. Sheung, thank you once again for being here. So we have a question saying using CAFM and
CFM.
CMMS as a facility manager, does this not entail understudying the software before making use of it? This question is for Dr. Sheung.
Yes, actually, thank you for the question. Thank you, everyone. I've been enjoying myself, and thank you for, Amaka, for anchoring this webinar. When you talk about CAFM, that's computer aided facility management. Of course, you have to go through basic, training or study. I'm just telling you the process of, integrating to this modern technology, because that's actually one of the first tools that we usually, what more or less like one of the first tools that facility managers were using, at the initial stage when we're trying to integrate to, technology. So of course you have to understudy, you have to go through it. It's basically, a very wild application. So so same thing with computer management system, CMMS. You have to be able to understand and go through this, the basic process of using the software. Mm, yeah, thank you.
Very much, Dr. Sheung. Thank you very much. And yes. So, PNCT, you've already gotten the response for Dr. Sheung. So we're going to quickly invite and go into our panel session. So there's a couple of questions that is already on standby waiting for our speakers to ensure that we communicate enough to our listeners because they actually took their time to sit to listen to us. So once again, I want to say thank you for all our viewers, for all our listeners, for being with us till at this point. We don't take it for granted, and we hope it's not a waste of your time because I can assure you, we made sure that it's something that you would always be happy and grateful that you are here. So I'm going to take a question for Bukola. Barrister Bukola, um, what are the challenges in adopting technology in the city management and how are you able to overcome it? Just as you said, you've been in the industry and you guys just started transitioning in the technology, limestone technology to man side. So the question is what are the challenges, what are the possible challenges, and how were you able to overcome it, or how are you still overcoming it if it's still there?
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm not, I think network, but I'm not sure if I got the question well. But if I think I did, you're asking about the
I can take it
technology
again for
challenge
you.
that we might have
I
faced.
can take it again.
Okay, please.
So the question is, because when you were, when we say the best way to introduce the barrister caller is tested and trusted. So many facility managers, the reason why people are attached to the old ways is because they are moving from known to the unknown. So the question is, this place I'm going to or this thing I'm trying to use, is it actually going to solve my problem or is it going to create more problems for me? So because of that, some people are stuck in the old ways. Now, someone is asking a question saying, bearing this in mind, that we're always fighting against the old ways and the solution. What were the challenges that Landmark experienced while transitioning into using technology to manage things in their estates? And how were you able to overcome it, or how are you still overcoming it if you guys are still experiencing that? That's the question.
Okay, so I think that to be honest, the technology challenge is a reoccurring thing. I mean, you never get used to this thing too much. You just have to try. But I think maybe what I would say is that, I mean, Temi is here. Mr. Temi is here. Till middle of the night, I still call him. I cannot get this thing again. No, please tell me. And I think maybe it's always the first time. Like once you get a client on board, the first day might be like the getting them into that system might be the problem. Once they are in, like you just start seeing payments. You don't, they're not calling you again, except they encounter something very difficult. Most of the time, maybe the first day, but once they are in, I think maybe the going back to the company to Limestone might have to do with I as a community manager trying to figure out what to do on the app. For most of the time, the clients, the resident, let me use resident now for the purpose of this meeting, get it on the first day. And once they've gotten it, they don't keep coming back because, I mean, it's quite automated. Just go and load and buy your unit. That's basically it. And I've noticed that most of them also just leave enough money that can allow them, like they don't put too much money in their wallet. But if there is any money they are owing us, by the time they want to buy the next light, the due is already there. So it's automatically deducted. And I think my other thing I like about the app is that, say maybe you are owing 20,000 for instance, and you load 14,000, no problem. It will take your 14,000. When you load another money, it will take it until you fully pay all of that. I mean, that is the benefit on the side of the company that is using it, community
Wow.
manager, not for the clients now, not for the residents. So, because sometimes some people will say that I've paid it, but you loaded lower than it. So, I might not even see that the lower loaded lower. I'm just like, okay, no problem. But immediately your money is not complete, you will not be able to do what you need to do. So, I think the technology has really it helped interfacing with it. Of course, it's not going to be too easy, but I'll say with the resident gets to get the glitch just at the beginning. Every day running becomes easier. Maybe the community managers are the ones that have to keep going back to Limestone. That, oh, can you help me do this? Can you tell me how you taught me this? And I would say that Mr. Temi has been fantastic. I'm not saying this because he's here. I'm saying this because it's true. And Mr. Maka has also been that.
For that. So, like Mabel said, if you remember what she said we give 24 hours support. Just as Mr. Kola said, you wake up in the middle of the night, there's always someone that will answer your question. We can't be stranded at any point in time. And like Barrister Bukola said, you don't have to, like, the technology is just a user-friendly system. So obviously when you want to use something for the first time, you have to learn how to use it, which you can learn by yourself. So the moment you do that, then the rest is a walkover. Just the same way you use your phone to chat, WhatsApp, Facebook, system, you have to learn how to do. So this is the at her end. Dr. Shehu. So the Dr. Shehu is, with modern technology such as Limestone, facility managers for these changes to stay ahead of the curve. By Dr. Shehu, the question is for you.
Yes, I think the answer is actually in what Barrister Bukola, what she has said. Because by the time you go through the process of integrating into using, the application, you see that you have to be able to communicate to your residents, take them through the process. Because sometimes, she's saying that he has to call Topper to me or something, most times. So facility managers, they have to be very ready. They have to, let me just use the word mentally, that they have to be open-minded to embrace the new technology, because it's actually going to reduce the stress of coming from one stage of the traditional way to a new level. For example, it saves you the stress of getting to pay 20,000 naira, and then you're supposed to balance your your service charge, and then the next thing. So it saves you the stress of trying to follow up on service charge, trying to get them to pay this. So it increases that, and we have to. I will say that facility managers should always embrace that and prepare themselves, through basic learning. Make sure that you know what you're doing, and then be ready to adopt the changes that is coming with with the new technology. Thank you.
Much, Dr. Sheung. So Dr. Sheung is assuring the rest of the facility managers like him that they should embrace technology because it actually makes life very easy. I have a funny question from Benjamin Usman. He says, is Mr. Temitope from Ondo State? Because they like pounded yam very well. All right. Mr. Temitope, I'm not sure how you answer that question, whether you can connect it to limestone. But Benjamin, don't worry. You also indicated that you are interested. Don't worry. By the time you meet him in person, he will give you the answer in person. Thank you very much for that question. So, from module properties, I see that you said yes. Mandro, I see that you said yes. So, we have someone that would reach out to you and ensure that you have all the answers to your questions. Once again, thank you very much to all my speakers. Thank you for creating time to be here with us to share from your wealth of knowledge. We do not take that for granted. And thank you for doing that free of charge. We know out of your busy schedule, we came to still take away 1 hour, 30 minutes from it. We say thank you. Now, to all our listeners, to all our viewers, to people that joined us, to people that are still going to join us, to people that will watch this when we are done as a recap, we are saying thank you for being with us and thank you for trusting Limestone in future. Thank you for making our time to be here. We know that it hasn't been a waste of your time. So all you need to do is don't forget, for all your questions, for all clarity, if you need any, don't forget to follow us on all our socials. So you are going to be seeing that on the chat and on the screen. Follow us on all our socials. Every update is going to be sent to you. For those that also filled the registration form, you are going to be getting email reminders to make sure that we communicate enough to you without bugging you. So follow us on all our socials as we would have dropped. Then also fill the form. So if you have more questions, maybe there are more questions that you have that you want to answer, maybe you want us to answer, or you don't still have clarity and you were not able to type it, maybe because you weren't able to join us live, please don't forget to fill the form or just call us. So you can reach us on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube on Get Limestone. You can also visit our website www.limestone.ng, and you can also call us on 081. Then also if you have forms that you want to, if you have things that you still want us to answer, please don't forget to fill the forms. Once again, my name is Amaka. I'm the host for this webinar. Thank you very much and do have a lovely weekend.
Manager, you still never tire to dey carry all this kind wahala for head? Every day na so problem. Dues collection be wahala. Maintenance request na another one. Security matter sef no dey ever end. True, you wan die? But wait oh, you no know say solution dey wey go make your life easy? Plenty estate managers for Naija don dey run limestone o. Wetin you sef dey wait for? Bill collection now don enter autopilot. Abi person kitchen sink dey leak? Forget it. Oga plumber go reach there sharp sharp. Dat thief wey dey always disturb your estate, im cup don full. Oga estate estate manager, you still never tire to dey carry all this kind wahala for head? Every day na so problem. Dues collection be wahala. Maintenance request na another one. Security matter sef no dey ever end. True, you wan die? But wait oh, you no know say solution dey wey go make your life easy? Plenty estate managers for Naija don dey run limestone o. Wetin you sef dey wait for? Bill collection now don enter autopilot. Abi person kitchen sink dey leak? Forget it. Oga plumber go reach there sharp sharp. Dat thief wey dey always disturb your estate, im cup don full. Oga estate manager, Limestone na your padi for dis estate management matter. We go help you handle everything so dat you go fit relax do other things wey concern you.